Everyone, this is Jamal Thomas, and welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So, have you guys heard that the Muslim ban that Trump put through, I think Friday, was first done under Obama, or Obama put out a precursor to that plan? So, I heard the story bouncing about. I saw Jimmy Dore do a segment on it. I saw somebody else, and there was also an article. So, I found a little bit more context on that. It's not exactly. Yeah, I think they've misinterpreted it a little bit. So let me read it. This is foreignpolicy.com. Trump's claim that the 7 countries listed in an executive order came from the Obama administration is conveniently left unexplained. A bit of background. Soon after December 2015 terror attack in San Bernardino, President Obama signed an amendment to the Visa Waiver Program, a law that allows citizens of 38 countries to travel to the United States without obtaining visas and gives Americans reciprocal privileges in those countries. The amendment removed from the Visa Waiver Program dual nationals who were citizens of 4 countries: Iraq, Iran, Sudan, and Syria, or anyone who had recently traveled to those countries. The Obama administration added 3 more to the list: Libya, Somalia, and Yemen, bringing the total to 7. But this law did not bar anyone from coming to the United States. It only required a relatively small percentage of the people to obtain a visa first. He didn't bar anybody. And it even goes to more in depth. So I'll read a few of these. So 1, a much narrow focus. The Obama administration conducted a review in 2011 of the vetting procedures applied to the citizens of a single country, Iraq, and then only to refugees and applicants for special immigration visas created by Congress to help Iraqis and later Afghans who supported the United States in those conflicts. Trump's executive order, on the other hand, applies to 7 countries with total populations of more than 130 million, and to virtually every category of immigrant other than diplomats, including tourists and business travelers. So next one, not a ban. Contrary to Trump's Sunday statement and repeated claims of his defenders, the Obama administration did not ban visas for refugees from Iraq for 6 months. For one thing, refugees don't travel on visas. More importantly, while the flow of Iraqi refugees slowed significantly during the Obama administration's review, refugees continued to be admitted to the United States during that time, and there was not a single month in which no Iraqis arrived here. In other words, while there were delays in processing, there was no outright ban. 3. Grounded in a specific threat. The Obama administration's 2011 review came in response to specific threat information, including the arrest in Kentucky of 2 Iraqi refugees, still the only terrorism-related arrest out of about 130,000 Iraqi refugees and SIV holders admitted to the United States. Thus far, the Trump administration has provided no evidence, nor even asserted, that any information or intelligence has led to this draconian order. What they mean is, at the very least, Obama had some indication. They were seeing something from intelligence saying, okay, something looks a little dicey here, we need to be a little bit aware. So what he was doing in regards to the visas was grounded in an actual threat. Trump has made no such assertion of a threat. At most, Trump just says, we're trying to protect you from terrorism. National security. But he hasn't essentially articulated any threat per se. And like I said, the countries that he put on that list, we have 0 casualties from those countries with regards to terrorism. I think it's interesting Saudi Arabia is not on that list. In the Podesta emails, and this is a short aside, in the Podesta emails, Hillary Clinton mentioned that Saudi Arabia was essentially a state sponsor of terror. That they were exporting what is called Wahhabism to the various countries. She still took that money though. And I think it's pretty interesting that Donald Trump has to know this information and still did not put them on that list. Alright, number 4. Orderly, organized process. The Obama administration's review was conducted over roughly a dozen deputies and principal committee meetings involving cabinet and deputy cabinet level officials from all relevant departments and agencies, including state, homeland security, and justice departments, and the intelligence community. The Trump executive order was reportedly drafted by White House political officials and then presented to implementing agencies fait accompli. This is just bad policymaking practice. It leads to direct confusion, border of chaos that is attended. This is not just bad policymaking practice. It led directly to the confusion, bordering on chaos that has attended implementation of the order by agencies that could only start asking questions, such as, does this apply to green card holders once the train left the station? So they're essentially saying President Obama did his in an orderly fashion. They talked about it. They tried to understand the situation. They tried to think through how could we implement it. Whereas Trump just had a bunch of political strategists just says, Muslim ban? Yeah, let's do that. Let's ban some Muslims. Yeah. I mean, these guys were essentially acting like jocks and just like, yeah, I'm signing an order. I'm going to ban Muslims of Donald Trump. Done. Everything's going lovely. This guy, man, he's a fool. Far stronger vetting today. Much has been made of Trump's call for extreme vetting for citizens of certain countries. The entire purpose of the Obama administration's 2011 review was to enhance the already stringent vetting to which refugees and SIV applicants were subjected. While many of the details are classified, those rigorous procedures, which led to waiting times of 18 to 24 months for many Iraqis and Syrian refugees, remain in place today and are continuously reviewed by interagency officials. The Trump administration is, therefore, taking on a problem that has already been and is continually being addressed. Yeah, so in a nutshell, there is a difference between what Trump is doing versus what Obama did. And I know some libs really want to hit Obama for everything, but you can't really hit him for this one. This one don't seem fair. These things seem like two completely different programs to me. And it sounds like Trump is trying to cover himself by saying, oh, no, I just had what Obama had. If you remember, Hillary Clinton used the same thing for Colin Powell. When the email thing came up, she was like, oh, I just had what Colin Powell had. That's all. I didn't do anything special. Trump was like, I didn't do anything special. I got this from Obama. Obama did it. This sounds plausible to me. I hadn't heard of Obama doing a Muslim ban. I think that would have been some big fucking news. So yeah, that makes more sense to me. I would say some people are missing the nuance in this. And it's just taking that at face value that, oh my God, Obama had a Muslim ban. Obama did not have a Muslim ban. Stop saying that. It's not true. Alright, yes, thanks.